I will not ask you about any ingredients.
Don't ask me about any ingredients.
I will not ask you about single barrel.
Don't ask me about single barrel.
Or the LLB.
Or the LLB.
Let's talk about rum.
No, rum. Rum is, okay, we can talk about rum. Rum is good.
So, when you think about Angostura and the rum, if you were to describe it, what the style of it to somebody?
Well, you know, to me, and I have tasted a few rums from around and about, and there are some good rums, but Trinidad rum is all about balance. Mm-hmm. You know, it's all about getting the balance right. You've got to have some funkiness, because, you know, what can I say? The harsh reality is a little dirtiness is fun. A little dirtiness is fun, but you can't overdo it. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to be a vodka, to be honest. Why would you want that? So when you get the balance right, I think you've got a Trinidad rum. You know, you've got a rum that's aromatic, but it's not a perfume. Mm-hmm. It's got some funkiness in it, but it's not dirty. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, if you like extremes, fine, but we've got what we think is a nice balance. And we've got rums that can, we got rums that really demonstrate a respect for the liquid itself. Something like 1919, 1824, that's real respect for the liquid itself. Mm-hmm. And then you've got rums that, you know, we can party with the rest of them. and to me, that's the beauty in rum. The beauty of rum as a category is that it's got that full range, and you get respect up and down. We might be struggling a little bit on the top end, but with things like Legacy, we're really demonstrating that we deserve to be in the very upper echelons, and we are in the very upper echelons. Probably I will be branded some sort of traitor here, but throughout the Caribbean, there are good rums in the upper echelon. And if you really want to experiment with rums and try and to get really something good, spend your money, you'll get a great product. Jamaica, Guyana, Barbados. You mightn't, you don't have the palate to enjoy the regular rums, but when you get to the quality products, amazing good stuff. I've had good rums even from Central America, which really took something out of me to say that. But you really have to be in the Caribbean to get good rum. To get the best rum, you have to be in Trinidad.
So what's the biggest challenge you face day in and day out?
These days, primarily, you know, when you become aware of the marketing challenge, I mean, it's very obvious to you that you've got a great product. It's very obvious to you, and it doesn't know it. So the challenge really is to try to get others to sample it and to really appreciate it in the full range, appreciate the full capability of the liquid. There are some very well-known rums out there, and my feeling is that some of these rums are not fully respecting the liquid. In some cases, they're trying to hide. I get that impression. They're trying to hide, and well, what can I say? They're probably making money, and that's what they're in business to do. Right at this very moment, I'm still a little romantic, and I'm making good rum, thinking that somebody else can think about the making money part. And Angostura, for the time being, certainly has got that, you know, sort of vaguely romantic style about it, where we make good rum.
If you had to pull one off the back bar, put it down, pour a glass, and say this represents the best. This represents my sensibilities, or this is the best representation of what I can do.
I'd have to put an 1824 out there, but we've got some lovely regular drinking rums out there that you can work with. When I'm at home, I can drink anything. We've got a rum called Black Label rum. I drink that all the time. We've got Royal Oak. I drink that as well.
But do you think 1824 represents you as a distiller?
I think it does, yes. It's the good stuff. We have the 7-year-old is a great rum to drink. My wife doesn't drink rum, and she drinks that. So it has to be something special, and it's really a good rum. And I'm not a big rum and coke guy, but that sort of redid the rum and coke thing for us, and it's good. I think we're right where we are now as a company is realizing that we're good, and we should tell people that. We should tell people
that's a really well put. That's a nice space to be in.
Yeah, it's an interesting challenge. Is a little bit more self-belief, and you go out there. Part of the challenge of doing that is, well, I'm an old guy now. I've got younger guys doing the legwork, and I'm getting to tell everybody about the rum. That's what I do mostly. Get out there and sort of spread the word. The old-fashioned way. You go out there and you talk with people, and you let them have a sip. And I remember talking to some of the older guys here at Angostura, and Angostura as a rum in Trinidad started like that. The guys who were making it were the guys who were trying to sell it. Everyone in this company in the very early days of its really big rum, everybody was involved in marketing, because they knew that the way to get your rum out there to become known and to become popular was to get everybody to taste your product. And they personally went out there and said, here you go, have some of this, try that. So I'm doing that, except not just Trinidad, but
globally.
All over, globally. It's an interesting business to be in. When you get out there, you understand the enormity of the task. First of all, there are thousands of products out there.
Right.
Some of them pretty good, I suppose. When you understand the spirit market, I mean, there's some big bad boys out there. So you just stay away from them. You don't go where they are, and you really rely on pounding the pavement and picking out. And things like we're doing here now, which is the cocktail competition, which is when you do the cocktail competition, you find yourself sort of meeting a new generation, perhaps untainted.